What's going on, everybody? It's GameUnboxingReviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news update. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a lot of extremely exciting new details that have just been revealed. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first up, we've talked a lot about characters already in my previous news updates, and while all of the main characters from the films are expected to make it into the game anyway, we may now have our very first sighting of Captain Phasma, and this is according to a user named Geodude2001 on Reddit, who was lucky enough to be able to attend E3 and check out the brand new gameplay demo. So Geodude has revealed that in the game's title screen he saw little jokes and character interactions, and one example of this is that there is a moment where Phasma puts a helmet on Finn, and to be more specific, that helmet was probably one that belonged to a First Order Stormtrooper, because seeing this actually resulted in Poe Dameron attacking Finn. Next up, let's talk about the story. So all 9 episodes will be split into 5 levels, each of which will be around 10 to 15 minutes long and concentrate on the key parts of the story, such as boss battles and vehicle sections, as this time around the developers are trying to focus more on sections of the films that weren't already recreated as levels in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga and also LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. So for example, the first level in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, will have you playing through the underwater escape through the core of the Planet of Naboo, probably as Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Jar Jar Binks, because of course back in 2005, the tech to be able to recreate that kind of scene as a level in a video game just wasn't available to TT Games at the time. Now while the length of each mission does sound a little short, what you have to remember is that some of the other moments in the story will also feature in the game's hub worlds. So for instance, before that level, you'll actually play as Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan as they arrive on the Trade Federation ship, as seen of course at the beginning of the movie. So scenes that were represented in the original games won't necessarily be skipped over, they're just going to play out differently this time, through a mix of activities in the hub worlds and as you play through the actual levels. As for Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, game director James McLoughlin has revealed that he knows literally nothing about the movie, as the team are concentrating more on working on content for the first 8 movies, because by the time those episodes are done, Lucasfilm will start sharing assets with them that are based on the latest movie. In fact, the only thing related to The Rise of Skywalker that was shown at the E3 presentation was a LEGO recreation of the scene from the movie's teaser trailer where Rey does a backflip over a TIE fighter. But of course we have also seen what Poe Dameron's awesome new Episode 9 design will look like as a minifigure in this game. Up next, let's talk about the open world. So I've pretty much mentioned everything that we know so far about the Tatooine HUB World in my previous videos, but now we also know of 3 other interesting details, because according to Game Informer, when they were shown Anchorhead on Tatooine in the gameplay demo, they saw Tosche Station, which is actually a power and distribution station that Luke mentions in Episode 4 and New Hope, and there is even a deleted scene that was set there. So it's pretty cool to see TT Games adding cut content from the movie into this game, and it makes you wonder just what else could they add that was also originally cut from these films. As well as this, we also now know that the open world will actually evolve as you play through the story of each episode. So for example, if you were to take a break from a playthrough of Episode 4 and decide to travel to Tatooine, Jabba the Hutt's sail barge wouldn't actually be there. But if you were to go to the planet during a break from your playthrough of Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, then you would of course see the barge. So that's just another great example of the cool little attention to detail that you'll find in this game. In addition to this, you can also freely return to any planet that you have unlocked as you're playing through the campaign of another movie. So for instance, after you've taken a break from Return of the Jedi, you can travel to, say for example, Starkiller Base from The Force Awakens, just as long as you've already started your playthrough of that episode. So you can really go back and forth between all 9 episodes in any order that you see fit. And when it comes to side quests, you can actually quit any of them at any time before completion, and then you can start playing another quest, and once you decide to return to the one you previously exited, the game will still remember your progress from earlier, which is great news. Now then, James McLoughlin has also recently revealed 2 of the in-game hub world activities, and one of which is called Smuggler Runs, and this basically involves you picking up some cargo and having to fly it from one system to the other, all while trying to avoid being caught by the Empire, which definitely sounds really exciting. However, James also revealed bounty hunter missions. That's right people, they are actually in this game, and basically what you have to do is travel to a planet to seek out a character that will be hidden on another planet. Now I would say that this is the most extremely exciting news that I've heard about this game since it was revealed that you could fly around space, go to all of the different planets, and enter massive ships like the Super Star Destroyer. Because the idea of playing as Boba Fett, finding out who your bounty is, and then hopping into the Slave One to fly out of that current planet's atmosphere, and then use hyperspace to travel to, say for example, Cloud City to either attack or maybe even capture your target, just sounds like such an extremely exciting experience that I would personally find very difficult to get boring. So just to add to this feature, what I really hope to see is that these bounty hunter missions are unlimited, because it would be great if you could maybe approach Jabba at his palace and get a job, but the bounty's appearance would be randomized based on all of the characters in the game, and the same would obviously apply to the location. That way it would keep the activity fresh and interesting each time you decide to go bounty hunting. And last but most certainly not least, the final thing we need to talk about is very interesting, because in an interview with Kotaku, when James McLoughlin was asked if the game would feature online co-op, he simply responded with, "We have new technology," and he wouldn't go on to say anything more than that. Now, whether or not online co-op will actually be included is anyone's guess, but the idea of being able to take on an entire Super Star Destroyer with your friend is extremely exciting, so I would personally love to see this feature added to this game. And just a quick update for those of you that want to see the classic mumbling return from the original LEGO Star Wars games, TT Games have officially said, and I quote, "Even though we're busying away in a galaxy far, far away, we do hear and see all your feedback." So the team will be investigating mumbling, no promises though. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video, so I want to thank you all very much for watching, and if you'd like to stay up to date with the latest news on LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, then please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.